I'm just gonna go. I am on Whiteman Drive. Remember Whiteman Drive? Whiteman Drive, Richard Allen. Remember, there was a confusion that they thought his name was Richard Whiteman. It was because of Whiteman Drive, but I'm taking you guys now to the house that police searched and actually found the gun that they say the bullet found at the crime scene, or cartridge, cycled through, as well as knives, as well as pictures of the Monon High Bridge, as well as box cutters were found. So here we are. It's right here. Okay. Okay, we just left Whiteman Drive. Oh, yeah, and right, we can fast forward it. It's okay. We just passed it. Yeah, so as we flip around, this was not the easiest way to get here. We're learning there are multiple ways to get to the Monon High Trail Bridge. And the defense argued that Richard Allen, as he was caught on the Hoosier Harvest Store video camera, that he was clearly leaving the trail at that moment, at that time around 1:30 when Richard Allen originally claimed he arrived. And it's a decent argument because it is complicated that he went this direction to get to the Monon High Trail Bridge. But as he said in his interrogation, he went and left multiple ways. He explained how he found one way by accident one day. And this is clearly, according to the timeline, the way that Richard Allen arrived when coming to the Monon High Trail Bridge on this February 13th, 2017. And we're going to take you there, and I'm going to show you where he parked and what way I believe that, he walked onto the trail that day before he claims he saw 3 girls. So as we keep driving down here, keep in mind, we're going to pass the Hoosier Harvest Store's surveillance camera, where again, that his car was only caught one time on the surveillance. So again, it was a great opportunity for the defense to argue, look, that was our client, the defendant, leaving, not going to the trail. Well, the jury disagreed, and according again to Richard Allen's timeline that he originally said to police just a few days after the murders, he also said that he arrived around 1:30 at the trail, and that would be this timestamp on the surveillance camera. Him arriving. So kind of a backwards way, but here we go. Getting closer, as you can see, just vast. It's a beautiful area. Farm, pastures. Definitely the longer back way. But really the only way that would make sense if, again, he was caught on this Hoosier Harvest store surveillance camera. And then over here, by the way, is Ron Logan's house. Ron Logan was a suspect early on, his house searched. There you go. He is now deceased and was ruled out as a suspect after a search of his home, but the girls were actually found on his property. So that was his house. And as we keep driving down here, we'll point out a few other points of interest. We're now actually about to pass the cemetery, where again a lot of the search and crime scene investigators park at the cemetery and walk down to get to the crime scene where Libby and Abby's bodies were found. Here is that yeah, you can just keep going. Here is that cemetery. You can keep going regular speed. Let's keep going and I'll point out things as we pass. We've taken you there before, so he would have passed the cemetery, and then once we hit the we're getting there, and we'll slow down and show you the camera. And then I just want to say, as we go past, we'll keep driving. No, you can keep going, but see this tree line? He kind of, oh, we'll delete you there. I accidentally got you. Okay, see that tree line? We believe that Richard Allen actually kind of explains that he walked along a tree line in order to get back to his car after he murdered Abby and Libby. He stated that in a confession. This is the tree line we believe he's referring to, and so then he came out to go back to his car. But that, of course, is after the murder, and so if the crime scene is down that way, it makes sense that he would walk along that tree line. And here's the Mears farm. Here's the Mears farm, by the way. And this would be the Mears Farm's entrance. And then Sarah who says that she saw a man who was muddy and bloody, she would have been having to drive here, and her car was also again caught on surveillance camera at the time she claims. It probably would have been around this area, this way. And then over here, by the way, this is the Hoosier Harvest General Store. I'll show you this little tiny white, see that little tiny white surveillance? We're gonna pull over here and just get a shot of this. Boom, there it is. This is the surveillance. But so that is what caught all the cars. And again, remember, it only caught Richard Allen's car one time, so on the way going. So let's keep going, actually. Got a good shot of that.
So we're kind of like straight across.
So yeah, I wonder too, you know, like if he started walking along here, this is where Sarah could have likely seen him, as he had to keep heading back to his car afterwards. But we'll keep going and we'll show you where he parked. Yeah, so this is where I think, that he was likely perhaps walking near the side of the road, or at this moment it would be hard to hide, and this is probably where Sarah noted a man who was walking along the side of the road, and as you can see, hardly any shoulder, muddy and bloody. Thus, she says she noticed him as he was trying to get back to his car. But again, we're on the stretch where he was driving to park to enter the trail, and here it is coming up. This is where the old CPS building was, and this is where he would have parked. We're going to park right over there, actually, to take his way and where we believe and how he got into the trail. So this was a building, and they believe he was parked and backed in, you know, into a unique sort of situation behind the building. And I'm just going to keep going. We're going to back in, and then I'll show you guys where we think that Richard Allen likely entered the trail that day. So I'm going to just keep this going. Like, why stop it, so you guys can really understand. Oh, but we have something for the girls. Okay. So he would have parked here. This is where it was. I'll just keep going. No stopping this video this time. Per request of Dr. John. He wants to really understand this, and we're going to take you guys there. So we walk down here. You know, we passed the Mears Farms entrance, obviously, on the way here. Again, it was a weird spot. There was a building here. He was parked behind the building, sort of hiding, only one car. And then look, there's this sort of little walkway here where he keeps walking, and we'll take you there. Not your usual entrance, right? Because again, you have the Mears Farm entrance, which we passed. That's a common entrance, and we took you there. That would have been the way Libby and Abby entered. Then you have the main entrance, which we haven't passed yet. That's on, you know, right over there. See those cars parked over there. And so this is unique. This is not where you typically go. And only one car again was noted at this abandoned building back then, a building that no longer exists. It's like there are tire tracks for some sort of vehicles, but again, not like it's not a trail. It's no sidewalk, that's what I mean. So again, see the Hoosier Harvest store in blue there. Keep going. And then here we go. So now he's missing the whole bridge. So again, see the main parking for anyone wanting to do this trail is over there where the cars are parked. See? But he just took this kind of obscure way and came in. Kind of odd, right? It's not, see, they're going back the normal way. Like this is sort of like a little path for trucks or something. And this is where he came in. Yeah. And then somewhere between here and the first bench where the girls took a Snapchat photo, Rayleigh and Bree, is where he clearly saw three, or he said he saw three girls. There were four of them, and they, you know, they said hi to him, and he didn't say hello back. So now we get into more of the trail. What did she say? So here we go. And see the houses. They mentioned there were houses, right? There are houses on the trail. Yes, there were. There are some houses at the beginning. And again, though, he only came this way once. And then, of course, went along the tree line. He went out from like the area of the cemetery and along the tree line on the way out. So this would just be on the way in that he came this way. So to understand timeline, again, just keep in mind, Bree Wilbur, who claims she saw Bridge Guy with her friend Rayleigh, they took the Snapchat photograph at the bench. We haven't walked past the bench yet, but that was taken at 1:26 p.m. on February 13th. Richard Allen's car was caught on surveillance at that Hoosier Harvest General Store at 1:27 p.m. just 1 minute after the Snapchat photo was taken. And so they claimed that after they took that Snapchat photo at the bench, and I can see the bench in the distance, that they walked past Bridge Guy, or Richard Allen, and that's when they tried to say hello to him, and he did not say anything. And he claims those were the only 3 girls that he saw on the bridge, or on the trail, excuse me, on the trail that day. So this would have been the moment. And look, just so you know, that's where that bench is. So they probably would have already passed by this time. You know, at this moment, they've passed. Tried to say hello to him. He didn't say anything, and he continues to walk towards the bridge. He continues to walk towards the bridge. And as they point out, yeah, they say that he was walking with purpose. And they also both testified that Rayleigh did say hi to him. Bree explains that her friend liked to say hi to everyone. It wasn't uncommon, and that most people would say hi back to Rayleigh. And this time, this man did not. Hence, he was memorable. And again, walking with a purpose. So again, they take a picture of this bench at 1:26. Richard Allen's car seen on the Hoosier Harvest General Store surveillance camera at 1:27. After this photo is taken, after Richard Allen parks and starts walking some way far, you know, we've passed it obviously, they pass and he continues on. There's the creek there. We've taken you through another video the way the girls went, through the Mears farm entrance. We've also passed that on the way. That's where those girls went, so they would not have gone this direction. We're going to get to that intersection where the Mears farm entrance trail and this trail merge in just a second. So Richard Allen would not have taken the same direction right now as Abby and Libby. Okay, so Kelsey's car was seen at the Hoosier Harvest General Store surveillance at 1:49. And so, again, those girls would have been dropped off another area and walked this way. And I'll show you this intersection where those two trails merge. We're gonna walk up to it.
Can you pretend like that's the
Oh. And of course, this time of year, it was February, it's November now. February, there were no leaves on the tree either. And so now you can see actually what it would look like. All the trees have fallen. So we're getting to exactly where the two trails meet. This is important. And we're also getting to a memorial for Abby and Libby. So the Mears farm entrance is right out that way. That's it, right there. So you can see that it would have taken the girls faster to get to this moment. They were dropped off. See that gate right there? That's where they were dropped off by Kelsey, right there. So even it was at 1:49, and all they had to do is walk up and turn this way. While we've been walking quite a while from the way Richard Allen would have gone with Rayleigh and Bree, seeing one another. And then here we are at this memorial